there survivors, welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today I rebuilt the bigger of the two snow ruins in the snow biome on Extinction, and this one is a giant base. In today's videos, I'm going to show you exactly how I rebuilt this all, and as with most ruins, it's really all about getting the foundations in the right place, taking it from there, trying to connect the different layers of the build with the same foundation support so you can do more cool designs when you need to. And yeah, this base is gigantic. We have a giant basement that you can use as a dino pen and garage. We have then an entire big floor with so much space for all kinds of things. Then you have another layer with even more space on it, and then we have built something on the roof as well. So this thing is absolutely massive. I'm not quite sure you can do this exact same build on official, probably not, but you can probably take away some tips. And honestly, I don't think you need this much space. I think the only way you're going to utilize all the space that I have in this build is if you use it as some kind of breeding facility, because then you'll have different rooms for different types of dinos, creatures, to breed them all in their own little spots, and yeah, have plenty of space to breed them. Just to show you how big it is, I actually have 2 dreadnoughtuses inside of this base quite easily. Anyway, in this video I'm going to show you how I built this myself, and of course afterwards we'll do a quick tour to look around the build and see how I decorated it, although I haven't decorated it all the way through because it is so damn big. But if you want to see a more detailed tour, I also made a video on that where we slowly walk around the entire build and take a good look at everything. So if you want to watch that first, check out that video on my channel. And with that being said, let's get into how to build this giant snow base ruin. So what I want to kind of try is, if I line it up with this entrance like this, where would I end up at? Oh, that is perfect. Okay. I might restart the grid from the stairs. I don't know if it's worth it, if I'm really gonna change that much. But at least the entrance is gonna look nicer. So I guess on this side, I mean, I guess that doesn't have to be bad, because we can make a little balcony out of that. It is really nice on this side, however. Like, this is a perfect alignment now. Is it worth giving it a go? I think it is, right? Okay, so for now, we'll clear out this part of the foundations, and we'll see how that will look with the new grid. So first of all, we would go around like this. That's totally fine. That's quite nice. There we go. See how this aligns. Yeah, this is quite nice, isn't it? This is still pretty good. Just a tiny gap, but that's totally acceptable. Slightly going away from the side, but that's fine. Yeah, I feel like it might be worth going for this one, to be honest. Ooh, see how close we can get now to the corner? Although there's still a little gap, but I feel like it was bigger before the gap. Nope. There we go. All right, let's take these around now to see what they will look like. Do I want to get rid of some of these crystals? Because, yeah, the entrance, as I said, the entrance, we definitely want to make sure that it's looking nice, right? It's quite important to get that going nicely. Want to make an impression when I enter the build for sure. There we go. See, this is also not too bad still. That foundation is poking through, so that needs to be quarters. That will be quarters as well. There we go. And then this should still line up nicely. We shouldn't see any foundations there. That's good. My PC is very, very, very good. I'm running a 4090 and a Ryzen, what is it? 7800 3XD or something. I always forget. It's a good one. It's a big boy. Wait, did I not delete those? Okay. All right, so these ones on the edge we want to get rid of. Okay, yeah. The edges are gonna have to be quarters on this side now, but I mean, that is fine. Yeah, I'm not, I don't think you would be able to do this whole build on official. I feel like that's just asking for hitting the structure limit, right? Because we're gonna use a crazy amount of structures just filling in all the foundations, I feel like. Especially with those little quarters in some spots. There we go. We have no overlapping things. So we should be good there. And we can continue with the foundations all the way over here. Welcome in. But to be fair, I don't know how much you are even allowed to overlap on official into the room walls. That kind of also influences if you are able to like completely rebuild it, or you have to be just building inside of it. But to be honest, I mean, this is a giant structure anyway. I don't know if you need all the space. All right, so we have the new grid. Which means that we now can have a proper entrance here. There we go. Actually, what I might do, which might be surprising, is I might go for this and then have the stairs go down the side like this. And then we can make them go down here. Because I feel like that's a little bit less obstructive. And especially now that it connects to that, I think that's quite nice. It is a pretty cool place. I loved rebuilding the other one, and I instantly was swarmed with requests to do the other one, so here we are. There we go. So yeah, I think making the staircases go like this and then turn is going to be a good call. It's not going to be as flush with the side structure here, but that's fine. You know, now at least the staircases come down at the side of whatever dino pen is going to be down here instead of being like the center. And I don't know if I'm gonna want to try to maybe get like a foundation going for this level. Because obviously that's going to be tricky with this ice. Although, I don't mind having the ice come into the base, right? Where would we want the entrance to be? That is the big question. Could we fit a behemoth gate in here? Definitely not. Definitely not. I should have known. I mean, I did know, but, you know, gotta try. But what we might be able to do, because we have new doors, is get one like this. But of course, we do not have a middle right now. These are those two. So... okay, if that's the middle... like this. I want to kind of offset it like this. Because we might be able... there we go, that would be the middle, but then... probably like this. That lines up. Some nice barn doors. There we go. I think that's quite nice. Oh, it lines up with this level. Yeah. And then, of course, we can work that in. I don't mind that there's like the ice poking through here. Oh, damn it. I deleted it. I wanted to close it. Why do I always mispress? There we go. Okay, let's see. So this is then the wall that we would want. Which I think is totally fine. There we go. So yeah, that would be the entrance on this side. Which, once again, I don't mind. I think that's a nice enough entrance. And then a little bit with the ice flowing in, but I feel like that's fitting for the area, right? That's just nice aesthetics. And then of course we're gonna have to figure out some kind of wall here. Because obviously there's a staircase there. But I feel like that might already be it. Or would we want maybe a little window there? There we go. Yeah, probably nice to have a little window. There we go, just like that. And then probably what we would do is make this into some supports here to the side. Just like that. Right. These as well. And then that's probably where we just want to fill those in. And then all we need is to fill in the rest of this. which I'm guessing isn't going to be too difficult. Just kind of fill in this wall. There we go. So we'll probably have some nice pillars around the gate just to kind of reinforce it. There we go. Not sure if we're gonna be able to keep it all on the same foundation, but we'll figure that out. I mean, it's a big place that we're working with. So I think let's just see what happens if we bring this up. That's actually all fine. That's totally fine. Then there's a big iceberg there, but that's all right. Let's see, where will this take me and how far, because it's easy to assume that at some point we would have to go into a lower layer, because this is already not wanting to support everywhere. Now that isn't necessarily a problem for me, but for poor people on without mods it might be. But I guess then you just have to use a bunch of ceilings to get it all done. Ceilings and pillars. Oh wait, what's going on here? There we go. Yeah, I suppose those don't need to be there because we're definitely keeping this foundation going for a little bit. Do we want foundation support through the whole hangar? Probably, preferably, because that means that we'll have, because the foundations is already connected. So if we do, it is already, you know, connecting the two. So it could be really good. Let's see, just for my sanity, if we have this grid up here. There we go. Obviously, we're gonna have to get rid of a bunch of the trees. If we go in by some ramps, which is basically half a foundation, right? Or half a wall. Can we then get the foundation there? We should be able to. And then we've lowered it by a half, which should be nice, and that should allow us to continue for a little bit longer. Definitely not making it all the way, but seems like we're making it a decent distance. Maybe we went one too far. Two. Okay, because it's easier if we do it the entire grid the same. Just like that. And of course, there's a bunch of this snow in here, but that's fine. We accept those details and we welcome that as a little bit of extra decoration, right? We're building in the snow, so obviously our basement is gonna have some snow in it. That's fine. There we go. Seems to be working, so that basically means we have the whole Or a lot of the basement now covered. Oh, geez. Is it not going to work for everywhere? There we go. We're just going to fill in as much as we can, and then some areas in between we can easily add ceilings. That's not big a deal. We should still have foundation support everywhere. There's a bunch of trees down here that we're going to be taking out eventually. Yeah, this is definitely like garage and grinder and just tames and stuff like that. They can easily go down here because this is a big space. There we go. So there's just a few of these where we can't place the full foundations. That's fine. There we go. And then for these little corners, we can just fill it in with some ceiling. There we go. And then, yeah, there we go. Just fill this all in. Look at that. This is going to be pretty big down here. For here, I think we're going to just start it with these quarter walls so that we can kind of just still go with the same snap points as above. And I mean, probably we just want to fill in this wall. Because most of it is like covered by this iceberg anyway. So I don't think we're gonna do much of a design. Maybe like one little slit window. There we go, just like this. So that we still have a little bit, you know, going on here. I think that's nice. That looks pretty good, actually. And we will, of course, fill this one in. Do we just want to have maybe 2 big windows here? I mean, why not, right? There we go. And then we can fill these in. All right. That's a cool little corner. And probably we just want to add a pillar there too, right? Do we? Maybe. We can always take it away. But yeah, I feel like that's quite nice. And then we have the entrance looking quite nice. Okay, there we go. So definitely plenty of space is going to be down here in the garage. Dino pen, whatever. Whatever we want to make it. There we go. So this would be another half foundation. Do we want to go full? Definitely not. Okay, so we'll keep connecting these, and then, I mean, hopefully for most of this we should be able to keep the foundations going. Of course, there's a little bit of a dip down there. But I do think following this line would be good. All right. We want to try again. Can we fit the behemoth gate in here? Well, we might actually be able to. The only downside, I don't think it was completely lined up in the middle. But we might be able to. There we go. If we use some quarter foundations there. Well, can't continue any further, but that's fine. Okay, so technically they stick out, but you don't see anything with the ceilings going on like this, or the foundations here. So, yeah, why not have a nice big gate here? Yeah, we see nothing. There we go. Nice big entrance here to our garage. The only downside now is that, yeah, of course, the snap point is going to be tricky. But what we can maybe do is do this. Then we can take out these walls. And then we have the foundation here that we would have normally. So we can still fill in this wall here. Perfect. And we should be able to add in this little wall there too. There we go. All right, then this corner actually needs to be different anyway because of what happens up there. So what we probably want to do is bring this in. And then maybe, I mean, it's still not gonna work in the way we want to. I guess we already have a Megatherium here in our dino pen. That's fine. Well, I kind of think that we will have to go with the different snap point here for this part and just fill this in so that we do have the foundation support. And then we'll be able to fill in the gaps with ceilings. There we go. And then I guess, I suppose we could add another one of these. Because technically it shouldn't do anything else than the other one. And that does save us some room, of course, just adding these in. There we go. And if we just add the ramps, no one will ever know that there might be some gaps. There we go. So that would be one door. That would be the other door. And that kind of already makes this into a very usable space. There we go. That one definitely goes all the way up. That one all the way down. And I think, yeah, we do maybe want to add another window here. There we go. Perfect. All right, now all we really need to do is kind of fill in the remaining bit of the dino pen garage, whatever floats your boat, or rides your battle rig. And then we have the, I guess the basement this would be, because it's not really the base, it's more, yeah, literally your basement where you can hide all your dino breeding, your garage, your whatever you want to do here. All right, let's fill in all the possible spots that we still can. There we go. But yeah, that is a pretty serious area, I would say, that you can use down here, especially once we take out all the trees and stuff. That is a pretty big spot, isn't it? All right, well, I guess the basement, the garage is done, and we have the entrance to this part here, so that's good. Okay, so obviously we can't build right into this corner, so I think we're just gonna embrace it by making this like a little garden that yeah, you know, that we won't be able to access. That's fine. We'll just have it like this. And then I think I want this wall to just go up like that. It's probably going to be a glass corner there. Wait, why can't I? Can't place these walls? That's weird. Do I want to raise this wall? Probably. I think that is the kind of vibe we're going for. That's probably gonna be a doorway. All right. Well, better keep building then. I think this is just going to be a glass wall where you can look in this sad little garden bit and see the destroyed benches because we can't build in the corner. And then we'll have... Well, apparently I can't even build my pillar there. Which kind of makes me want to not put a pillar there at all. We kind of don't need to. There is already a natural pillar there, so that's fine. We'll use one on this side. We'll use one here. And then we'll probably use one here. All right. So for this part, the window, we just kind of want to fill this little corner in like this. I guess this is a workaround. We just make a design choice to have a little extra shape. Oh my god, we're not allowed to build here either. So there's some weird invisible force field there where I can't place any parts there. Is that like hitting... Well, I guess we have an open window here, guys. For some reason, you know, it was a little bit hot. Might be difficult to imagine, but yeah, we opened the window. I don't know why. It's not allowing me to place anything there. I guess we could make the garden bigger. Could we? Yeah, we could easily do that. Please. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make the garden bigger there, because otherwise it is quite random if like our window is just open there for no particular reason. Oh, I guess this pillar is giving support. There we go. All right, so we just move this back even further. The garden is just slightly bigger than we first thought. There we go. Man, I'm gonna have to build every single ruin. I'm not sure which ruin you mean, but maybe desert ruin could be cool. Oh, I'm really enjoying Extinction, and I didn't think I would as much. Like, at first I was really annoyed by the news that we were getting Extinction first instead of Ragnarok, because I was mostly just looking forward to that a lot. And I played Extinction a little bit on ASE, but I mean, it definitely wasn't my favorite. And maybe it was also a little bit of Aberration that was like, I don't know how good it is going to be, because Aberration had it issues, of course. But so far, I must say, Extinction has actually been really nice. Not really as many issues. And it looks amazing. These new ruins were really good. I've done some fun builds with the Wasteland skins. Yeah. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And I haven't really survivaled too much yet, but that had a reason, because there was a big secret why I didn't want to start my survival, just to restart it. But now I can finally talk about it. I will be starting my survival playthrough in a week. Next week, I will start on Monarchy, the Thunderdome. What I think would be cool for this part, because obviously this is kind of inside, but also, is it inside? It kind of is inside, but I feel like it should still be separate. So what I think we should do is basically build a glass box around it. I think that could be cool. So we'll just follow this through to the end. There we go. Yeah, I think that will be nice. Just to kind of smooth out this whole area and give it a purpose. Because otherwise I feel like the railing is a little bit random if it's just an open hole. And the glass box, I think, is going to be just a nice design piece, I suppose. There we go. All right. Probably we'll just do it first. Is just make just a glass window, a big window. Because I think that's just going to be nice, right? Yeah, and then probably that's going to be metal. And then we'll follow this one through. All the way to the other side. Yeah, I feel like there should be a metal one here. Although I kind of would like to see the natural part of here. Is that going to be possible? Yeah, we can make that work. Right, we'll just do it like this. And we'll have a nice big window to enjoy our views here from the ruin. There we go. Because, yeah, I mean, a ruin build is always about keeping as much of the original structure. And we're going to be doing a lot of building on top for the design-wise things. So that's going to be exciting. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll find out if I'm also a decent survivor next to the building. But otherwise, you know, I'll find my little corner and just build. All right, let's fill in some more of the foundations, at least to about this corner, so that we can at least build up the rest of this part of the ruin. But yeah, this is gonna be a giant base by the time that we're done with it. There we go. Yeah, dude, if you manage to build this base, you're not gonna run out of space anytime. Just never. There's no way. There we go. Let's see. You mentioned we hit structure limit, even on unofficial. That'd be crazy. All right, we'll also make a window here. There we go. And we kind of just need this to go all the way up. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we could just all survival in here together. This is big enough for all of us. Yeah, you definitely, if you have a lower limit, you definitely want larger walls. For sure. There we go. Should be able, I kind of just want to, oh, nope. We have to do something there, because that's going to be a little bit awkward otherwise. But for the rest of it, I think, yeah, we want a big window, obviously. This part is intact, so we'll keep it simple. We have plenty of other structures still to do. Let's see. So I think probably what we would just want to do is build in the corner like this. There we go. Yeah. I think that is probably fine. And then we have, well, a part of the build in place. And I guess for this part, it's probably also just going to be mainly a big window. We might even want a quarter one, although, you know what, for this corner, I think we will just go with the metal corner. There we go. That seems about right. And then we'll just have a nice big window again. Because this is still somewhat intact. And we might as well enjoy it. Yeah, well, we do lose the roof here. This is the first part where that's gonna happen, but for now, that's not gonna be our problem yet. I feel like that's the problem for figuring out the next floor of this build. There we go. So for now, we're just gonna end it like this, which should give us a pretty decent window. And then we'll do whatever we do once we get to the top layer, but that might be a while because this is a big base. There we go. So yeah, this would be our door, I suppose, and you enter through the garage slash dino pen, whatever. So we'll add in the railings because we want to be safe. And for now, I've just been building everything out of metal because I will most likely just use some skins to make it look nice. I think. Just some free custom cosmetics. Although you could definitely also just build it out of stone or something like that. A stone and wood build could look quite cool here as well. I guess this is the part where we start filling in the rest of the foundations for this layer. See how far we can get without being interrupted by holes in the ground and stuff. So far that seems alright. I'm gonna have a big job ahead of me, just clearing out all the little bushes and trees and I don't know, crystals probably. But for now, we'll just one at a time fill in the floor. There we go. We will see how much of this we can incorporate, but we should be on the same grid as the level below, so no matter what, we should be able to just connect with ceilings, even if it's a big gap. There we go. Jeez. Well, maybe not that one. That will look weird. There we go. It's a little bit of a of a random gap, but it's fine. You know what? Why not? We'll use every bit that we can get, right? Every single little bit. But yeah, I should be able to fill it in. Let's get rid of this tree because it's poking right through where we're going to be building right now. We can get rid of this tree now as well, because these are actually sticking out all the way through. All right, so let's take out the metal ceiling and we should be able to fill in this gap. I mean, we honestly also could do some glass ceilings if you want to like kind of take a look at what is below. Could actually be fun. Maybe we can make some kind of rectangle shape, because we probably don't want the random shape to be glass, but you know, maybe that could be glass so you can see your tames below. And then perhaps this could be glass so we can see tames. All right, metal, glass, ceilings. There we go. Yeah, why not? You know, might be really nice, right? To be able to see some of your tames. Breaks up the floor a little bit. Gives it some unique features. We might as well. It's a big home anyway. There we go. Also, yeah, we can see, well, now we see just trees because I didn't clear the the other area yet, but it will be fine eventually. Okay, so should we start filling in this entire room now? Jeez, it is a big room, isn't it? Okay, well, let's just start filling it in part by part. Damn, there's definitely still a lot of shrubbery growing here. So we'll just fill this all in. Hello there. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, we'll cover this all. There we go. And we'll connect it all the way around. There's going to be a lot of foundations in this. Honestly, this is such a giant build. And people like to blame me for building big. This ruin is giant. I definitely don't think there's a way you can do this entire build on official. You'd probably have to just pick some parts. Because this is a lot of layers. Lots of layers. But I mean, the good thing is we might even be able to fit in the freaking cloning thing. So that's normally the biggest structure that you can't fit anywhere. I think we might be able to fit it multiple times in here. There we go. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Jeez. Well, we still have all that to go. Slowly but surely, we need to start thinking of where the staircase to the next layer would be. And I'm thinking it would be somewhere around here. Because, well, there used to be like a natural balcony here. So that we kind of want to follow that probably and restore that a little bit. But for now, let's just make sure that we fill in this entire layer with the foundations. And then we can start working on, maybe focus on getting all the layers in. Even though I am more and more getting worried that even on unofficial, I might hit the structure limit. But I guess there's only one way to find out. Because this is a lot of foundations that we're placing today. There we go. Fill it all in. Jeez. There we go, that's looking good. Can fill in this part. We're getting there. We're slowly but surely getting there where this whole structure actually will have, well, this layer of the structure will have the foundations. I think this will be the biggest layer. So yeah, hopefully we can just manage with the foundations. But yeah, this will definitely give us plenty of space for everything. If I want to start some kind of crazy breeding projects, I guess this is where I would do it. This is definitely where the space would be. There we go. All the way till the end. And we have those little rooms there. To be honest, there's a lot of room for dino storage here as well, but obviously not every tame can reach this layer. There we go. I guess, well, yeah, we might as well just fill these in as well. Do we stick out? We do not stick out anywhere, so we can just fill it all in. Although, no, I think that's fine. Alright, well, we'll fill these in as well. I'm not sure what we'll use all these rooms for, by the way, but yeah, we have them. Alright, I think, oh, nope, there's one more room that we forgot here. There we go. But I think other than the big structure to the side, that should be it. Yes, it should be. Let's see. We want to make sure that whatever we do, we once again connect the grids. And we can actually do that right like this. Is that too high? I don't know. This might be fine. It's just as high as the the little balcony railing that was there, but we don't have to use that. Could just use this. There we go. Oh, I have a lot of cosmetics installed. But we haven't gotten to that part yet. That will take a while before we get there. But what I usually do is I, once in a while, just go into the mod menu, search for custom cosmetics, and just see what's new, and then try them out, see if I like them, and then remember those for when I start a new build. I'm like, okay, I could use these new custom cosmetics that I've seen. All right, there we go. But yeah, the modern structures one is definitely the one I've used the most so far. Okay, well that's good. I feel like we could almost get away with just doing this to kind of hide this whole railing altogether. And now the grids should be, well, they're not currently linked, obviously, because I just destroyed the wall, but they should still line up. So I think this could be a good spot to kind of make a little wall. There we go. Okay, so normally this is where things would just be happening like this, and that would line up. Right? That is totally fine. And there's a lot of different ways that we could add a staircase here, but perhaps... So either we just kind of get rid of this part, because it kind of ruins what we're trying to do. There we go. Because now this should be able to... Oh, it's still not. But this is... Wait. Yeah, that is... Oh, it's fine. Don't know if we want the staircase to be this big. But we certainly can. I mean, I kind of think we do need the staircase this big just because of how much space we have in this build. It needs to be big. Okay, so the side of the staircase, obviously, we're going to turn that into a wall. Just so that we can divide up these rooms a bit. Because that's what we're going to need to do. There we go. I mean, obviously we might have some secret doors here. Although I very much doubt that we need the secret doors. Okay, so this is just going to be some dividing walls, and we like to make these walls a little bit thicker because we have way too much space in this build. And instead we can just fill in the sides like this. That's probably going to be better. So we just have the crazy staircase, and then you know, railings around, blah, blah, blah. That's what we need. All right. Time to figure out the next layer. There's a big gap in here. Just to test. Yeah, but we should have foundation support everywhere. I don't think we're going to fill it all in because that's just too much work. And also, we don't need the space. So let's make this make sense, right? Let's think about the shapes that we build. So this one, obviously, we can take out probably that far before taking that in like here. And then, oh, there is a balcony out there. There we go. These line up pretty nicely. So we have these little indents again. Oh, and then this is going to be interesting because, well, yeah, there's a slight raise in the ruin. Yeah, I honestly don't know if you need this much space. Well, you definitely don't. But I guess a lot of people are interested in building here because I got a lot of comments about rebuilding this one. But yeah, you definitely have a big build in front of you if you try to attempt what I'm doing now. All right, let's see. So we need a little staircase to the next layer. Is this the height that we want to go for? Like, does that work? That does seem to work. Although for some of the rubble that might not work, but we'll just figure this out for now. So, oh god, we're gonna have that little weird corner again, right? Let's stay clear of the weird corner with a little bit more space. Just to be sure, right? We don't need to anger the weird little corner. Alright, let's see how big. A Dreadnoughter's base. I'm gonna admit instantly, I've not even taken a look at those guys yet. I've seen them, but that's about it. I didn't really look at the saddle or anything yet. You know, the issue for me with platform bases is you kind of have to make the early choice, right? If you're doing a build. Especially since I tend to do tutorials for most builds. If I do the Dreadnoughter's base, I have to decide beforehand, am I going to do it on the official settings, which usually means that you can't build a lot inside of those builds on platforms, or are you going to higher the rate, you know? So, yeah. All right, well, I feel like the foundation that I'm laying down on this part of the roof, that could have been someone's base quite easily, and you wouldn't even have a small base. But somehow this is just going to be one of the rooms. Just one of them, you know? Just one of them. Just a slight, small portion of the build. You guys are going to drive me insane from building. I mean, to be honest, I was already planning on doing the build anyway before the comments, but... oh man, I totally forgot. There's another layer on the other side. Jeez. Yeah, this is a big one. This is a big base. Oh my god. How many times are we going to say big, giant? What other words have you been saying to describe this base? But yeah, those words we're going to say a lot. There we go. I'm definitely starting to get convinced that there's little chance that we're actually going to finish the build in the same stream. Because I want to keep some of my sanity. you know? But that's not too bad. That's all right. Because then we'll just continue another day, right? That's fine. Well, for now, we still have some time left. We can definitely still do some building. But just, you know, the sheer size, I don't know if it's going to be possible in one day. Okay, so we have these stairs. I kind of think I want to... There we go. So I think we do these stairs here. And we can kind of just continue it like that. Do we build that in? I guess we can build this in. There we go. That is fine. And then I guess the real decision we need to make is where do we go for the other room? But this might be it. Okay, let's see. That's pretty high, isn't it? But that is definitely going to be too low. Yeah, I spent 3 hours placing foundations. Pretty much. The downside is... I think we might have to... I'm going to just replace the same things. Because I feel like having the stairs here would be really nice. You know, it would make sense. Design-wise. So I guess we're just going to have to accept these. Otherwise, I'm going to have to overlap the stairs into the build. But I kind of would prefer to keep things simpler this time. Well, I guess not. Guess that isn't the one. Okay, well, now of course we're gonna get the other interesting part is we have a whole other floor, but at least we've been able to connect the foundation, so that's gonna be fine, whatever we decide to do there. We have a balcony here, but we've already kind of reached that with foundations too. See if we can in fact connect these layers up as well. So if I bring out my foundations, which line up perfectly by the way here, it's gonna look, and even though I have a way higher limit of course than an official, we are like twice the limit, I still feel like we could hit the limit, and I wouldn't really be surprised if I get the message like too many structures, like you can't place anything. Like that wouldn't be surprising right now, right? I mean, it definitely should not be surprising. So yeah, this is escalated to a scale where we might very realistically get that message anytime. So yeah, we want to make sure that we can make it into a nice build, right? We don't have to make it bigger than is necessary, because it's already way too big. Oh, this is insane. I've gone mad. There we go. So yeah, this is probably, we want to make this too wide at least, and then we'll see over here how big this is going to be. Yeah, I think that's plenty. So this is going to be like a walkway. The big stairs end in the walkway, and then it goes off to two sides. Maybe it was a little bit of craziness to build it this big, but hey, it's not that big. Deal with that. There we go. Then we want to get rid of the crystal. This is, well, now actually I need to fill in the bottom layer so I have the foundation. Okay, so now we should be able to add in ceilings. And I feel like we'll connect like this. I don't think I'm gonna like fill this entire layer in. Honestly, I don't know what I would use the space for. So we're gonna save it for now. We're just interested in adding a staircase down. Just like that. I mean, you can have 5 functional bases inside of the space that this base has. I'm pretty sure. All right. There we go. We'll fill this in. And I guess that kind of creates the doorway into this room. There we go. And then probably we'll add a nice gateway, right? Might as well. So that's one entrance. Okay. Do we also add the stair here? I feel like we don't really need it. I mean, we could, of course. Let's see. That's about how far I would take it, because then we could add at least this could be maybe another floor, right? Because we have a big tall window in the front. So I wouldn't mind having like a little room here. Yeah, you could definitely have a few different bases in here. All right, let's see. If I do the staircase, do I run into the other staircase? I do not. We still have a little bit of room. I actually think that I'm gonna push them one closer. Because then we have an even number there, you know, that feels right. There we go. So yeah, staircases leading into each other, and then we have this room. Yeah. I think I probably just want a wall in here as well. Because we already did that over there. I feel like that's... Might as well, because... Yeah, we might turn this into a room, right? So then I feel like that makes more sense. And then I think we want to take this wall down. So that we can, once again, create some rooms here. There we go. And then we can fill in the gate. So yeah, we have 2 entrances there. We have a separate room in here. And then I think this is just going to have like a glass wall something. And then honestly, what we probably would do, just have another entrance there. And then that would be a little room. Take out these and have walls instead, maybe. There we go. Yeah, why not? now, of course, we're getting closer and closer to the fun part, and that is finishing the foundations and actually being able to freely design the build. And I think what I want to do is I kind of just want to get to that level. So I think I'm gonna have to just fill in all the foundations just so that we create every bit of support that we can get up there. And then we can start hopefully figuring out some kind of design for the top. So yeah, I guess that is the plan. Not sure about this part. I guess that's gonna have some quarters again. Perhaps. There we go. Fill in these. Okay, do we want a layer of this? I mean, I guess we can. Can't really hurt here, because that's basically just like a balcony looking out on the other area. And then we have actually a good balcony here on the outside. Let's see how that ends up looking. Oh, looks like we're gonna go right on the edge, which unfortunately does get rid of some of these lights. But I guess it does give us a pretty substantial balcony to work with and create our own little touch for. There we go. All right. Almost there for this layer, I think. I mean, I feel like these windows have now all become just doorways. All right. Well, that's going to be a big balcony, that's for sure. I'm thinking, just looking at this, this needs to be a little bit wider. So I think I'm going to make it this wide instead, because otherwise it looks a little bit silly being that thin. So yeah, we'll fill in these so that this hallway is a little less thin here. There we go. All right, awesome. Okay, let's see if we can fill in this layer. Let's hope for the best. And let's see. Well, that's not gonna work, but we can use quarters there if we need to. Hopefully. That's not gonna work, so we'll need more quarters. Damn, that's gonna be a lot of quarters again. I might be able to get away with that. Nope, almost, but not quite. Okay, well, looks like we still have a tiny gap between the actual wall and my foundation. But that's fine. Okay. Design-wise, I'm just trying to imagine what kind of shape I can actually build to somewhat connect these two builds. And I'm honestly not too sure. All right, let's see. We want to just at least kind of lay out where the foundations are going to go. That one should be fine. Awesome. That should all be fine as well. All the way to the back. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. This is all a lot easier. And we can just fill in the foundations all the way around to the end. And then, of course, we need to figure out how far this is going to go for. Well, we'll push it one back. So yeah, does that line up? It does. Okay, well, obviously I can't have foundations everywhere here, so now the fun part is gonna begin again. We're gonna have the constant zigzag of foundations. There we go. Oh, nope. All right. So pretty messy foundation up there, but it's all right. Yeah. What I'm thinking is we'll need windows for sure. And then 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Okay. Think we can get away with one more on this side, which would make it even. And that is usually a little bit easier to work with than uneven numbers, so that's what that's what's gonna be the idea, I think. And then for this side, I think I'm only gonna go 3 high, because let's be honest, actually we're gonna only go 2 high, because let's be honest now. Let's think about what the design is. No, 2 high is gonna be plenty, because it's gonna go all the way over to the other side. Okay, wait. Let's see. If I clear out a few of these, and then of course get rid of the glass, how far could we take these out? All right, that's a decent amount. Let's take it down 1. All right, let's see. Well, let's take it down another 1. Okay, so maybe this is the design we start for this part of the build. And this seems to actually be just exactly the layer or the roof or the foundation of this layer, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, quarter walls, quarter stuff I try to stay away from on this scale, because it will just escalate with the amount of things we need to build. So, but I think at least having that at the end is quite nice. Then I think we want to have a bit of a proper wall in here before probably going to into a bigger window right there. And then actually probably I'd wanna expand this a little bit. There we go. And then this is gonna be one of the rooms, right? So there we go. That's like a tiny little office in there. Even though it's connected to the balcony, I think we still want to make those separate rooms. That also means that we need a design for this part here, because that is kind of outside now. But I think what we'll probably do is just do it like that. And then just fill it in back to the structure. There we go. You know, just nice and simple. Of course, the only downside of this is that we kind of, yeah, we do kind of want to have the overlap to the outside, but then we can't do it there. But I guess that's fine, because we definitely want to have a beam so that it looks like this is being supported. You know, the signature beam is back. But I feel like in this case we do need that. There we go. Oh man, this is gonna be an insane base. The size of this is, it's gonna be mental. Okay, well, I think this we definitely want to take some away, because we're gonna need some space to turn into a nice design. And then of course we need to take away these. Just like that. And okay, let's see. So we have 4. Maybe that's where we add in another support beam. And then another one here. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make that here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, might be tight on this one, to be honest. Oh no, I guess this wouldn't actually have that layer. There we go. That looks all right. Okay, let's continue this through. So far, so good, I think. You know, it's finally starting to become somewhat of a build now. But it's definitely, it's going to be huge, isn't it? I guess we can just connect this all the way up, because for some reason this lines up exactly with the height of the building, which means that we're gonna get a giant build. But I'm now really fearing for my life. We're definitely close to hitting the build limit I feel like. So we'll just hope for the best, I suppose. So that's where the staircase will go up. We'll have to figure out some kind of design that's gonna work for up there. But yeah, we definitely... We're gonna have such a big base. Oh, jeez. Well, did we mention that you're not gonna run out of space in this one? Because I just think you might not run out of space in this one. Okay, I feel like we kind of need to just at least fill in this. So that the the build is at least going to be a square. On the inside, it's a little bit easier to manage. I don't know if we will have any connection. I kind of want to make a connection here. I mean, that is probably enough to connect these. And why not? I might as well. Okay. So yeah, then I definitely feel like we can leave the middle of this open. That feels alright. And if we have a layer of ceilings there, we can make that a straight line too. I feel like that's quite nice. Although maybe what we'll do is add another one so that it lines up with the stairs. There we go. So yeah, we have a big square that is open in the middle. That is totally fine. And then I guess we need to start adding in the floors for this layer for sure now. But slowly but surely, I think a building is starting to form. I'm not quite sure how we're going to make this into something cool because it's so big. So we'll try and we'll just pray that we somehow avoid the limit. But I mean, we will see. We will see what happens. There we go. Yeah, I guess we just have to fill in this layer too. Okay, so over here, I feel like I need a wall in there. Okay, so okay, we'll fill in these gaps. We kind of just have to fill in something so that we can't see the outside anymore. You know, just like this. I mean, I could always change the structure limit, yes, but then I know that means pretty much no one is going to be able to. Now, at least unofficial would still be able to try and copy this crazy design. Otherwise, no one can. Okay, there we go. Is that just gonna be like that, or do we really want to give the whole treatment like that? I mean, can't hurt to have a little extra design line there. That is now closed off. And then probably we should just do the same here. But of course it's not going to allow me everywhere. Well, it will look closed at least, and then we're gonna need... Well, I guess we can't fill all of it. But there we go. Put those stairs in at least. Well, actually, we might want to wait with the stairs on, or the railings on this side. Why am I deleting the stairs? I don't want to delete the stairs. Okay, so we've got the whole top filled in now. Okay, then we kind of just need to square it out, which I think for this one means that we'll go this far, one further maybe. And this one is already one further than there. So we would fill it in up till here, perhaps. Feel like that makes sense. Yeah, but the way the structure limit works is it's in an area. So if you build a lot of layers above each other, as I'm doing right now, that is when you're more likely to hit the limit. If you spread it out, you get away from the limit. Because the limit is calculated from one point, and then how many structures are within the range, basically. All right. Well, anyway, this feels reasonable-ish. At least we're getting to some shapes that we can probably make into a design, which is kind of the whole goal. So for now, let's take a look at adding in a few of these builds and these windows to make sure that they are looking nice. So that's going to just be a full window, and then this might at least start with some metal there, and then I think we'll do another nice big window there as well. Lovely. And then we have a big balcony, of course, to work with, which we're probably keeping simple. All right. So let's take a look at these layers, because of course these we also probably want to have some windows in, right? So do we do it like this? I could probably just have the pillar go up, and then we don't need a window there, but we can fill in the whole window. A little bit more than the window. Should I have a bit of metal on top? There we go. Fill in the pillars. And then, yeah, probably just want to fill that in as well. So I have a nice window here. We want to make sure that we want to fill in this. So yeah, we're basically gonna create a frame and then have the windows inside of those. So that's quite nice. That's no window. And then Guess these ones are a little bit more tricky again. Doesn't really seem to want to let me place a window there. I mean, we could always just leave one open. No one would know. You could fly in. Because otherwise I have to have like a pillar in the middle, which I don't particularly like. Although I could do a hidden one. There we go. Maybe like that. And then we can still have a nice window. Oh, well, if it blends into the structure, we might as well make a full window out of it. So that we have some variation. Maybe that's actually weird that there's variation in there. No, it's fine. All right, so we have those walls placed. That's good. So for this layer, we're starting to get there. We need that wall. And we need this side, but this one is a little tricky by itself because of the shape. And then we have, of course, this one. But this one is actually very easy because that's pretty much just filling in a giant window. Do we have metal glass? Do we have a tall wall? No, we do not. Well, I guess that's just going to be a bunch of windows. But yeah, you definitely want just a big, nice window in this side, I would say. Oh, this is huge. There we go. There we go. That should be the entire window there. Okay, well, I need some quarter ceilings, I think. Because obviously what we want is just a window like this. That's all we really need. There we go, now it allows me. What the heck? Why did that part fall down, but the rest did stay? Well, okay. Apparently it has no foundation support. That is certainly very interesting. Wait, did I somehow manage to create a new grid just for the window? I did. Okay, well, that's fine. We figured it out. It's just attached to the roof now. That's fine. All right, we have a window there. Perfect. All right. So what we want is a window in here. Actually, here on the side, I probably do not mind having a bit of metal come through. Actually, this is one further than I thought it would be. There we go. If we bring that up and we bring this up. I mean, I guess we just make this a little wider. And then we'll just make this into metal. So we can have a tall window down here, but now we should be able to take these out. There we go. That's good. So yeah, we do have a big window for this layer. And then we have that division to the next one. And then probably I will add some pillars and beams. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. And then this we can honestly just connect up to this layer. But yeah, I mean, I guess we're bringing these out a little further than I thought. Because, well, that's just the way this wall works, and it's easier just to connect it all, I think. Okay. There we go. We'll make this in another window. Perfect. And then we've reached the top layer there. That's good. So I guess at least for this, I would say we want at least this little overhang on the side. That doesn't look too bad. So we have all those windows filled in. Now we just need to figure out this part, and then we're really getting somewhere. We might actually get this done somewhat. So I think the first row definitely is just gonna be metal walls all the way across. And there might be some water pieces here. There we go. And yeah, we'll probably want to make this wall at least 2 high. There we go, just like that. But probably this is not the same kind of slope. No, this is way steeper. Although it could be... It could work because, I mean, it's not really going to interfere with anything. And... there we go. Because realistically, that's not interfering with anything, and that's probably going to be the best way to fill it in somewhat. So we'll just fill it in like this. A big glass window. There we go. Continue this now to the other side. There we go. Should all fit in, hopefully. Few misplacements, of course, naturally. That's what I always do. All right. So yeah, we could just kind of fill this up until this structure, and it should all be totally fine. And then that's probably going to be the metal one again, yeah. All the way across. There we go. Yeah, there is a steeper slope roof, but I mean, I'm just using this in case people that want to follow are not using mods. But even the steeper one is probably not going to follow it all the way, or it might be. No, it might fit. But we definitely don't need the space. All right, so there's a window in here. And then here at the end, we'll do another metal one. And then kind of make a little support beam. There we go. One on this side, and then the other side we'll do the same thing. Just support it like that. Why is that not supported? Hate one. It won't let me place these things. Okay, maybe this will help. It does not. Can I just get it there, please? No, I think this will just really not allow me to place it at all. All right, well, then we just have to kind of change it on this side, I suppose. We just turn it into some walls. There we go. That is fine. And then maybe we should just do the same here, just that it looks the same-ish. Oh no, we need to do these. I had an idea for these walls on the inside. Basically, I think what could be really cool is if we just have some internal walls, which basically make sure that we have like a big window on the inside. And then we could even keep a little bit of the middle open, which in turn would save us a few structures like that. Right, so that if we have this going on, it's not as bad. There we go. I guess that means that we kind of don't want these. There we go. Is that a hole or just not loaded in? It is actually a hole. Damn. So yeah, we would kind of have some internal walls, although then the middle is still open. So then I would need to cover this up with glass, which is kind of what I was avoiding in the first place. Unsure what to do now. Because for this layer, I feel like it makes sense. Just like this, because then you could still like look out over the inside. I think we'll just give it a go and we'll figure it out. Maybe we could just have a glass ceiling on the first layer. Wait, did I not place something else? Thought I did. But we might have just have like a glass ceiling as well then for this layer. But at least I feel like having the middle open will save me, well, maybe not as many structures as I thought, but it will at least look cool without having to turn it into an even bigger build than it already is. And otherwise, this is also just going to be way a big of a room, and now it's going to be kind of divided up because the middle is staying like a big open space. There we go. Yeah, this part is interesting because obviously that is, I guess we have one layer here as well. There we go. That's fine. And then we should be able to make this work once more. Fill in these layers. Yeah, I feel like going for this is nice. And then we could even add in some balconies in the middle of the build. Potentially even like entrances to the build. You could fly inside. There we go. It will at least give us that really cool and unique look, I think. So I think this is gonna be a good choice. All right. So I think what I at least want to do is create a little overhang here from this layer. So we'll go around just like this. Just to kind of create that little shape going on. There we go. It would be pretty nice just to kind of continue these designs. So that's going to be one corner. Then this would be one corner. That would be another corner. Because realistically, we don't really have to worry about having enough space on the inside. Okay. So those would be the corners. I think we can make some nice designs around those. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna get some kind of courtyard here, because that does make the most sense. Because then you can land big flyers right in the middle of your base, which is kind of nice. So for now, we're going to create these corner pieces to not just make another big glass wall. We're going to try to make this a little bit more interesting on this layer. There we go. Just like that. Because that means that this whole gap, this is where you can fly into the base. And now we can just kind of figure out some cool new entrances. Because we have the entrance in the basement, like through the dino part. Where the garage is, well, where the garage is going to be. So it feels like it makes sense to also have a flyer entrance, right? And that will allow us to give a lot more shape to the build, because this whole middle can stay open. Which I think design-wise is just going to be way more exciting. Okay, so how many things are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess We could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we do it like this could be a giant entrance, perhaps? Well, there we go. That could be a giant entrance. Why not? Because it also really helps fill up this part quite easily instead of having to build that many walls. But it's definitely going to be nice, right? Because that means that we have a very large entrance to enter the base. Because that one is way smaller, of course. There we go. Do we want to do the same thing on the other side? Have another big entrance, even though that goes into a smaller corridor. I mean, might as well, I suppose. So we'll have 2 big entrances. All right, we can both open and close. That's quite nice, I think. All right, and then this part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's not an even number, which makes it a lot easier for these types of gates. Don't know if I want another gate though. Don't know if I do. Maybe. Well, we don't really need them. We have 2 big entrances already. So maybe we just do something like this. 2 big windows and then just a bit of wall in the middle. I think could be nice to kind of still break it up a little bit, you know, just not do the same thing as we have on the next layers where we have the big windows. I feel like that makes sense, right? There we go. All right, well, we're slowly starting to get somewhere. We're finally turning it into an actual base instead of just like a big foundation mess. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, we have 2 big windows and a wall in the middle. I feel like that works quite well. And then I think on the other side we just kind of do the same thing, to be honest. So just like this. Fill that wall in. And I guess on this side we do the same thing. Oh, no, not that one. There we go. And then we'll have all pillars. And a proper wall up there. Wait, I forgot. Got some gaps in my pillars. That's not what we want. There we go. So we fill this in. That looks quite nice. So yeah, we have a nice big inner courtyard. We still have these glass ceilings that might not perfectly align with the rest of the structure, but that's more just so that we can appreciate the ruin part still in some places, right? And if we really get we don't like the look, you can just of course make normal ceilings out of them. Easy. But I like the look of this already. This is quite nice. I do think that I want to, for at least for these internal windows, I want to create a little bit more structure for them. So I think I'm going to divide them up a little bit more in sections. There we go. So that's what we're gonna try. So a gap of 2 and then a gap of 4. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll do the same thing over here. Gap of 2 on both sides. And then a gap of 4. There we go. Yeah, I feel like that just breaks up those big walls a little bit. Creates a little bit more interest there. There we go. That's probably all we need on those sides. Just some extra pillars in there to break it all up. Yeah. I'm kind of happy with this internal porch arch. That is quite good. So that means that will stay. No matter what we build on top, that will always stay. Starting to look good. Oh, we can fill in some of these. And well, I guess the rhinos are going to be included with the base. There we go. Just like that. Well, we probably want to break this up a little bit more. Because now it's just one very big window. So maybe after 4. And another 4. I mean, I guess we could just do it like this. Just kind of breaking up that window in sections. That helps a little bit. Yeah. You know, things are starting to come together. And definitely as soon as we start adding like skins and changing the colors of some of these walls, it will also already start to stand out a lot more. There we go. We'll make some of these support beams. All the way back in. There we go. That's looking nice. Some very cold dodos out here. Well, let's fill in these parts. There we go. So yeah, those are going to be your little support ones. Did I rotate them on this one? I think I did, yeah. There we go. Okay, we'll fill these in. And then we might fill this one in just to kind of keep that going the same on both sides. Yeah, I think slowly but surely we're getting a proper build here. It's enormous. That's one thing that's for sure. feel like decorating this one is going to be an entirely different stream. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think we will finish the whole design in this stream, but that's fine. That means we can do a second one where we finish up the design, but also we can do a little bit of the interior and stuff on the stream as well, because usually I do that at a later time because, you know, there's only so many hours you can focus and build things. And I would also like to still do some editing before going to bed. There we go, just like that. All right. That's not where it's supposed to go. There we go. So yeah, some nice big windows there, but that's what we want. Yeah, that's looking really nice already from that angle. From the side as well, like, it's definitely getting a bit of a profile now. We're starting to get to the parts where we've actually had some influence on what it looks like, which is quite good. We kind of have free reign to just build something really, really cool. Okay, I think at least until that part, we're going to fill it in with ceilings for sure. We might have some skylights in this part. I don't know if we want to actually be building an entire building all the way out here, but we'll find out when we start designing some things. But yeah, what are some additional things that we would still need in this base? Storage and crafting, we definitely have enough room for that. Like, we can probably even have the clone chamber easily inside. So I'm looking for like useful things that also make sense that it is all the way up the roof. Maybe some kind of aviary would be nice, you know, for flyers. That might be good. Might also be quite convenient to be on your roof so you can instantly fly out, you know. We can have a nice little room full of snow owls. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, aviary is probably one of the more sensible things to have on the roof, right? Because for sure, that is exactly what you would have on your roof, your flyers. So you can just land them out here. So I think for this section, at least for now, unless we really need more space, I think we basically want 2 big skylights there. Right? Because then we still have all that to build with. I think that is probably, yeah, enough, right? That should be enough. Then for an aviary, I guess the real challenge is, what was the aviary gonna look like? I guess the whole challenge for this top level, now we can do creative things. We can think of what the build is gonna look like. We can think of you know, what we want to do. Why is there no wall there? Because we now have the freedom. We can do whatever we want. Yeah, we also definitely want to do some kind of design here for the balcony. Probably with a roof, because let's be honest, it's snowing here. So I think at the very least. Okay, I'm kind of worried that might be sticking out on the inside. Well, it's definitely not going to be... Nope. Definitely not. So yeah, we'll keep it simple for the balcony. I mean, I guess it's a modern build, so having lots of these like different cubes and stuff out there is going to be worth it. But at least this is already like overhanging more than the foundations below. So that's the interest. And of course, as soon as we start playing with color and stuff, with either skins or painting it, that's going to really help us transform this build, because the main structure is concrete. I'm not going to use the same concrete skins that we used on the other build. I think we're going to go for a different approach on this one to get a different type of look. But yeah, I think we might do a little bit with glass here. Wait, did I put glass down there? I don't want glass down there. I'm gonna have glass at the sides, because I feel like that would be something you would see in real life, right? Because of, I mean, I don't know, just the winds and the snow and everything coming in. Do we want to do something else here? I kind of do. But then I need these to be different. Because if I have quarter foundations here, I could maybe do something a little bit more unique on this side instead of doing the same glass thing. Although the glass thing, I guess, does make sense, but we'll just make it a little bit different here on this side. There we go. And yeah, kind of what I want is just like a nice wall of this. Because I think that could be, design-wise, that could look really nice as well, right? I mean, yeah, I guess airship landing thing, yeah, we could definitely build that as well. We'll have the space to land it for sure. I guess the helicopter pad, would it be, right, in modern means? And then, of course, in ARK, your helicopter would probably be, well, either a creature, a Rhinianatha, or just the Zeppelin itself. Okay. Gonna use that there. Yeah, I'm not mad about that. Should I do the same thing here so that we have a corner with glass? You know, so that you're a little bit more sheltered if you're out here on the balcony. And then you also have like just the main open bit, because it is still a balcony, right? So we still need to be able to just look out over the wilds. And then we'll add a little railing. Oh. Railing along the side, just like that. Yeah, I feel like that's already looking nice. Adds a little bit of shape and character to the place. I kind of think that I'm going to extend this even more, because I like the idea of having that going around the side just to influence that shape a little bit more. This would have been really perfect if this would have lined up. It doesn't quite line up. I guess we can make it line up. Or we can... Oh god, I'm destroying things that I do not want to destroy. Or we can just make sure that it lines up with this. I think that probably makes more sense. There we go. So now that lines up. That's quite a cool design. Can we maybe do something like this still here to just bring in that extra bit of shape, I suppose? Yeah, I quite like those lines usually. It's Architect Structures Remastered. There we go. We'll bring this in. Yeah, I like those. Especially if you think of those as different colors. For example, if the diagonal is white and the roof is black, for example, that is a nice contrast. So that's kind of the way I see things now. Of course, we're all building it out of metal just to have strong structures, but yeah, once we start skinning it, oh, no, skinning it will be a nightmare. Just realized, just this thing is massive. It'll take me days. Days, I tell you. All right, so yeah, I think that is a pretty decent look for the balcony, to be honest. Yeah, kind of like these sides. Could I mean, I probably can't. Yeah. If I could have overlapped the glass. I mean, I could do quarters, but that's going to be so much. I don't think we need it. This is fine. Still serves as a wall, so that's fine. That's good. That we kind of still want to take care of a little bit by adding in these. So yeah, we just want to fill in these gaps. There we go. Do I want to have... I kind of do not want to have something there. But maybe the staircase would be supported like this. You just make it bigger. There we go. Yeah, that might be a better option. There we go. Yeah, let's add just some of these below. Just kind of to make the stairs a little less thin, because that looked a little bit weird. I think this is probably going to be fine. There we go. Yeah, just like that. That should work. Yeah, and I guess what could be really cool is having the little thin pillars along the side. I know it doesn't look like much, but I can make those light up. I think that would be a nice little detail, light those up, and then I guess... I mean, this is going to be a big wall. For now, we're just going to do this so that we know that we want this to be a glass wall, but it's going to go up all... Just maybe we should just make it all the way up, because then I just won't forget. So yeah, this side bit is just gonna get a nice room where you can still overlook down into this part, I suppose. I mean, there's a lot of big dinosaur breeding rooms in this build. This whole build is one big dinosaur breeding room. You can have rooms for every dino you want to breed, I think. I really think we might be able to do that. Hello there, Mr. Mike. There we go. Let's fill this all the way into the top. So yeah, it's just a nice big glass box, I suppose, but at least just kind of gives this separate room vibe. Do we want to have doors in there? We might, because it's actually a room, right? So I feel like it does make sense. And then, of course, well, yeah, we have railings around this area. I think we'll keep this pretty open for the rest of it. Well, this is interesting. Now, how did I end up in this situation? Oh, there's a quarter there. Well, that sucks. There we go. Okay, so those railings are back in place now. That should all be nice and safe now to walk around. These ones have railings. That's looking good. That's a nice task. Of course, there's probably going to be more like walls and rooms in here, but I feel like that's more for when we actually start doing the interior. But now at least all the basic shapes should be in place. And it's time to get thinking of what the heck we're gonna get doing with the roof up here. All right. I'm gonna just line something out here because obviously there needs to be a building around this staircase because I feel like that should be an internal staircase. Right. So maybe that's just gonna be something like this. Which, I mean, now I'm just doing it with the glass walls, but it might honestly still change to something else. I feel like this is just gonna be like a hallway, and then we might connect things to the hallway. I think that's probably the way we should be planning these things. And yeah, we can probably do it all the way until the end here. Just to kind of blend it back in with the existing architecture there. There is a slight gap here. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna care about that too much. Okay, so that would be one of the hallways up here. And then we can decide if we want to connect like different rooms and shapes to that hallway to connect like different sections, perhaps. And I almost feel like that there could be another hallway passing here to this side. So maybe like that. But yeah, at least the hallway, I guess, would stop here. And then how wide was that? That was 4 wide. Can we even do that? This would be 3 wide. I mean, 3 wide is still okay. There we go. I have not increased the structure limit, but I think we found out last time that I wasn't really that close yet. I was fearing without reason. Because if I stand in here, which is arguably kind of the middle, I'm not that close yet. So I seem to be doing fine. Definitely not an official limit, I think. But for my unofficial, I haven't boosted this limit at all on this server. This is just the default unofficial limit. Yeah, we're still totally fine. All right, so what I would like to do. Yeah, I feel like we just need to start making sense of the whole shape of all of this. And then we can slowly start designing things. So I feel like having a gateway there so you can enter this part of the roof. You can walk around here, do whatever. And then it's going to be here. That's going to annoy me that it's not both on the same part. But I mean, I guess that would have to be there, but then I would like this wall to be one further out, which I guess we could do. Maybe just like this. Maybe it doesn't have to be the same because that's like a different part of the building. But yeah, I feel like at least these entrances should be the same. So that means that this whole wall needs to be pushed out. Which is fine. That's what we're doing right now. We're planning. We're planning this out. So this hallway is quite a wide hallway, but that's fine. All right, so we have a hallway. We can start figuring out different shapes for the build. I almost feel like that we might just want to square this area off a little bit. Does that make our lives easier? I'm not sure, but we're gonna try. Oh, this seems to be quite high here. Well, it's fine. We'll just use ceilings. Okay, I feel like we need some kind of signature piece on top of here in the middle to kind of, I mean, show that there's something going on. So I'm thinking... well, yes, just something of a more interesting shape than the default build. There's now not a lot of room left with what we had going on before, but we could expand a little bit, which sounds crazy now that I'm thinking about expanding after all this. But, yeah, I don't know. We might have to. No, but we can integrate the hallway, I think, into this build. Maybe we should like do it like that. So maybe, again, these walls are more for my sanity than actually going to be staying, but that could be part of it. Well, I guess the hallway needs to be at least 3 high. There we go. And what I really want to do, I don't know if it's a wise idea, but we're gonna try it, is I would really like something with a pointy roof. I'm not sure if we can get away with it because it's gonna get quite high because, well, we do have ramps, but ramps can't have walls. Yeah, this gets so high. Like, basically what I would like to have is like a shallower slope for this. But then I can't fill in the walls unless I use mods. Okay, what if we start it from here? I guess I'm just gonna have to build an A-frame because otherwise I'm gonna go too high. I mean, I guess an A-frame wouldn't be the worst thing to do. But then how high do we want it to be? That's all right. Yeah, I still want to do a wasteland build, but I have to find a really good spot for it where there's maybe less dinos. There's a few spots where there's less dinos, it seems like. Because, yeah, I can't be bothered having to protect it all the time. Right. Well, I guess we're doing another A-frame. I didn't do any A-frames for so long, and now I'm doing a lot of A-frames. Because, well, you guys don't know yet, unless you remember. But yeah, I've just done an A-frame build. Actually, even members don't know yet, because I've done more A-frame builds. Yeah, the King Titan spawns at the base. Yeah, then it's game over, right? I mean, I do feel like this would really help our problem here, just having the A-frame. Although, I can't really go too far back with the A-frame. So, it kind of starts here. So yeah, this side is going to be the challenge, isn't it? Because, well, I guess I could at least have it stick out by one more. Yeah, that we could still make work. And then this would be the beam. And where would this end up? That is the big question. How far will this go back down? Only there. But that might actually be nice, right? It doesn't have to go all the way. And then the hallway can just kind of continue a little bit further. That is totally fine. I guess what we would do then here is probably like this, because that's only going to be 3 high. The hallway is going to be 3 high. I think we established that, right? Or do we actually know? Actually, I think we want the hallway 4 high, so we have a little bit of room above the gateways. I guess this wall might need to be here because that might be the entrance to from the hallway into the aviary build. Right, that would be the entrance. There we go. And this, I guess, would be the support layer. Yeah, we're just gonna have breeding rooms for different animals. That's how we decorate this place, just having different rooms. You can breed this over here, you can breed that over here. This is where you park your Titan. There we go. So yeah, that's going to be the like support beam that we like to do for A-frames, especially for big ones like these, to make it look like it's actually properly being held up. There we go. Starting to look quite nice. I mean, there's already entrances down below. We already did that last time. So that's not going to be an issue. There's 2 behemoth gates. There's a behemoth cellar door or barn door entrance at the basement level. So that's entrances, of course. There's a balcony you can fly onto with the flyers, and then the whole roof you can fly onto. So both accessible by foot and by flyer. There we go. Okay, we'll add the supports in, and I guess we're building an A-frame now. It escalated into this. got A-frames on my mind. It's because I didn't do them for so long. They've come back for revenge. There we go. All the way back to the end. Okay, so that's the last support, and then I suppose this is going to continue over here, I think. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because kind of comes into the A-frame a little bit, this shape. But I think here on the end, at least, we would want this little bit of detail like that. The base doesn't just look huge, it is huge. This ruin is massive. And now we're adding more to it, which I guess that is kind of my fault, but at least it will be, this is the base of all bases. You will never need another home ever again. This is where you can do it all. Okay, so this is where the hallway starts again, and at least for this part, I would say this is kind of where the hallway ends. Just like that. And then I think that what I want to do, just to kind of make sure that this sticks out from the rest of the hallway, I'm gonna make this roof, this overhang, stick out a little bit further, because that's how we're gonna get a few different shapes in here. So yeah, like that. Yeah, we can all live here together. Guess that's what we've decided. Kind of like the fact that this is not going to be a window, but just a full end of the base. There we go. And then I guess we can have that line too, just to kind of break up these windows just a little bit, because otherwise this whole base is see-through. There we go. Yeah, I guess we could kind of have some kind of defense system here, looking out over the Titan fight. Although I don't think you want to lure the Titan to your base. The aviary, or the A-frame, I guess we want to turn into an aviary. Preferably. How much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that feels like a decent amount. So we'll fill these in. Those are already filled in. There we go. We need to figure out what the entrance is going to be for this place. The real thing we want to do is we want to have it somewhere on this side. Okay. And then how high? Maybe too high? Oh, but of course the issue is going to be... No, we can make this work, I think. So... This is a gap of 6, so that should work, should be possible. Maybe actually we already do it after 1. We don't have to... No, maybe actually it might be good to have some clearance, because of course the thing goes open and then sticks out a little bit. So... That's 2. I think that should be high enough. I think at least. And then we can of course still make this like a nice little entrance, but yeah, then this is gonna be the way the flyers are gonna get in. I think we can make that work, because this is 6 wide, so if we do this, that should leave exactly enough space. But how do we get the right snap point now? Well, maybe it doesn't have to be that difficult. We can do this. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be the right size. So... Sometimes... Wait. So it does snap to those pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we make it? Can we make it work? I think that is it. Okay, well, the downside is obviously we do not have these here. That's fine. That is totally fine. But I think that works as a nice big entrance to the aviary. Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. And then this would be going up there. Because yeah, I think we're just gonna keep these metal walls going up like that. And then this is the side entrance for big aviary A-frame. Oh, no, please. There we go. Yeah, that looks like a nice side entrance. Yeah, so that would be the entrance for the flyers. Then we can close this all the way up. That should be fine. We can probably just fill this entire roof in, because I don't think we need a skylight in the entrance. So there we go. So yeah, big hangar door. I feel a hangar door for an aviary is kind of fitting. Right. So we want to add in some walls there. There we go. Just like that. Other side as well. Yeah, I think we definitely need some more space. I think we might not have enough. There we go. So big side entrance for this build. Yeah, I think that's cool. So we have a way for the flies to get in. We have a way for ourselves to get in. That's just through the whole build. So that's easy. So yeah, I do feel like that one is going to go there. Then we might as well mirror that on the other side. Kind of keep that whole vibe going. There we go. Kind of dividing this up into different sections. Because I'm thinking ahead of what it might look like with the custom cosmetic skins, and I think this could be the one. There we go. Because yeah, I don't think we need an entrance on the front here then. Do we? Well, you already have a way to fly out. You don't have to have another one. We'll keep this side safe. Make sure nothing goes in here. No Titan just jumps in. What the heck? What did I do? Please don't destroy my build. Well, I'm pretty sure you can figure out a way to get a train driving around this base. It's so big. That's how we're gonna get from one floor to the other. There we go. We kind of just want to fill that little part in. And then, of course, we want to get these pillars here, because I think on this side, we're kind of just going to repeat the same pattern. The only thing is that here the beam is on the outside, which is fine. There we go. Oh, I got rid of this one for some reason. So yeah, big A-frame. We got an A-frame. Another one. Alright, so that entrance is covered. We probably could add a door in there, just because, you know, you might want to secure your aviary. So the bird doesn't escape, right? There we go. Perfect, and then we'll just fill in the rest of these all the way back down. Perfect. Here as well. There we go. So we have a giant aviary build now, or a giant A-frame, which is in this case the same, with the hallway connected on one side, with the big entrance here on this side, which, yeah, that kind of works. I guess we do that just for something. Yeah, that is all right. So we have that. Then the next hallway is gonna lead us back here, and I guess we have some room left still for another building here. Oh my god, guys, why are we doing this to ourselves? I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, please, the next room. We're not gonna do another big ruin after this. Gonna go insane. There we go. We'll fill in this little one. this section of the build is certified ready. I don't know why we extended this, but I don't feel like that was necessary, because it kind of can just end here, because we didn't end up using any... What the heck? I just created another floating piece. I don't know. Magic happens. There we go. So yeah, because we definitely don't need that corner. So let's go for some small glass boxes is what I'm saying. First off, let's make sure that we also create this exit in the hallway. So that's going to be like that. Nice and simple. You know, just to spice up the hallway a little bit. Because I like that much more that we know what we're building up here. Because realistically, you already have space for everything you're gonna do. Like, why would we even build anything? But a greenhouse, I feel like, at least that makes a little bit of sense, right? So why is... Oh yeah, this hallway is a little bit weird over there, but it's fine. It's fine, yeah. Should leave it like that. Okay, let's finish this hallway before we start the greenhouses, and then we'll just kind of need to figure out how we can do some... I think the way that we're gonna make them look nice is maybe... I don't know, stack them in some fun way, I don't know. How much greenhouse do you even need? Like, what? I am definitely a great ARK player. I play so much ARK. I know everything, but what will we use the greenhouse for? Like, what plants do we want to grow? Do we need a lot of greenhouse is what I'm asking, basically. Because that's what we might be getting, a lot of greenhouse. There we go. I feel that's reasonable. Do we do a little skylight here? Yeah, why not? Spice things up a little bit. Why is this... This is too wide. Oh no, that's because of that. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, this is the base. This base is if you never want to leave your base again. You can do everything in here. Never run out of space. There we go. This is starting to look quite nice already. I like the view that we have now of the ruin. This definitely looks like we did something right. You can definitely clearly see something has changed. So that's good at least. I think I want to at least have this walkway be a little wider as well. So yeah, I'm gonna fill this much in. Because that feels a little bit nicer. Feels like there's enough room. And I think then it's safe to assume that these are going to be skylights. Because I don't think we want to add any buildings on top of this part. Because that would just be getting silly. That would definitely be unnecessary. We might add like a little bit of something that looks like a defense system. We might. Because it's kind of fun to do that if it's near the Titan spawn. There we go. Well, yeah. I don't think the words little and small have any place in this base. You need to leave those at the door as soon as you enter this. They do not exist anymore. There we go. Perfect. So we have some nice big skylights, which I guess will work as well for there. You know, it's always nice to have. All right, so we have the hallway that ends here, and we have basically all this room for some greenhouses. Realistically, if we would have the hallway around, because we might have the hallway around, it would end kind of there, and that's where the build would start, and then I don't know. So I guess this is what the hallway would be like. Because I don't think we need that many greenhouses that we need to go all the way here as well. So we can keep that relatively normal. Yeah, I think I like that idea. And then this is where the first greenhouse can begin, I suppose. Right? That's where the greenhouses are going to be. And then this is, I suppose, just the end of the building. Can I even do this same design? No, we're not going to have the support, of course. So we can't do the same thing as that one. Which I guess is fine. So at least we'll add a few of these in. Do we need an entrance here so that you can maybe fly right in here? You know what? We'll do that. Just to give the option. This base is all about the options. You can pick what room you want to use today. There we go. I guess that kind of means that what we could do is a nice little design around another entrance. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do an attempt at not building a giant greenhouse in that corner. Wish me luck. First, of course, we're gonna just finish this hallway because that will already give the build a little bit of shape so we know what we're working with and what we kind of want to do. But yeah, I don't think we definitely don't need to do much. To be honest, if we give the hallway a glass ceiling, it's probably going to have greenhouse effects. Okay, there we go. That is the entire roof or hot walls done, and then we just need to add the roof. Let's add in this. This needs to be glass, of course, because this is going to be the greenhouse. So there we go. That is the door into the greenhouse. I guess now we can start this simple roof shape. All the way to the other side. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind adding something there, but realistically we can't really do much. So maybe we, you know, less is more sometimes. This build has enough going on without going crazy for every little corner of the world. There we go. Oh, I guess this is actually where we stop for now, because that's where the greenhouses start. There we go, just following all the way around. All the way. I mean, we're definitely not going to have like a weird little one wide skyline in the hallway. So we're just going to fill this all in. Guess we could have had a skylight, but you know, it's just a hallway, isn't it? Oh yeah, I guess this hallway was less wide. Actually, probably a better width for the hallway. Should we have done that here as well? Oh no, because we needed the door at the end. And that looks a little bit nicer this way. That's fine. All right. So it's starting to take shape. Starting to take shape. Now we have to do kind of a layout for greenhouses, and then I guess we can have like different sections for different plants. So if this is the first greenhouse where you enter, okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that would be one of the greenhouses. Just a very small greenhouse. I know we shouldn't say this word, the small, but it is. And then maybe over here there's another one. Just like this. You know, two nicely sized greenhouses. Nothing weird. I guess they have to be 4 high at least, because that's kind of where we started with. So we'll just fill that in. And then we need to figure out some way to make this into a nice design. And I guess here we could make another entrance to the rooftop here in the aviary. I know we kind of finished the aviary, but that means that this is like a courtyard up here that we could actually use, right? Feel like that does make some sense. So we kind of just, I don't know, I feel like this is a little bit boring having the exact same shape next to each other twice, so we might spice it up just a tiny bit by kind of off-centering them a little bit. We definitely don't want to go too much bigger. Maybe we connect them, but yeah, we offset them a little bit, so this one will stick out a bit more. There we go, just like that. Yeah, this glass should have the same buff. I think all the architect stuff does have the same buff, so we can make it look nice. We don't have to use the greenhouse glass. There we go. Then on the outside, we can just continue this little border, I think. The inside, we're going to probably keep it to glass because we want that effectiveness. There we go. Oh. Oh, I placed it inside. Interesting. Okay. I don't hate that. You know, it's not too complicated. We definitely need some pillars and stuff in there, but I guess the real thing is going to be, let's get some crop plots down so that we can tell when we have the effectiveness that we're looking for. So this is what we would be doing. I think there's only going to be one exit, and it's probably going to be one doorway there in the middle. I suppose we could have like even more of them here. But that might also be asking, you know, just don't clutter it up too much. Maybe we actually don't make like a proper door, but just like a little hallway, so that if we use a robot, it can still fit through. There we go. Let's fill in some of these corners. I think the thin pillars for the greenhouse vibe might be nice, right? Lean into the glass as much as possible. There we go. Okay. And then I kind of just want to have maybe one of these. Although I don't know how far. No, that's going to end up right next to that build. Let's not do that. I guess what we could do is maybe just add a little bit more on front. Just to kind of give that extra bit. There we go. Connects back up to the back. And then, because we did that, we now could be able to do a little bit of detailing this way. You know, add a little bit of design in to the sides here. Just to create some visual interest there. Oh wait, I did it differently on both sides. That's not good. Do I want them from the end? I guess I do, because then it looks more like it's actually supporting it. And it leaves a little bit more space between them in the middle. There we go. All right. Well, let's do the test. It's now no effectiveness. And if we go for this, it should change. Oh god. It should all change. There we go. Let's fill in the roof. I'm just hoping that this isn't too tall, but it shouldn't be, right? It's only 4 tall. All right. So yeah, see, now we have the greenhouse effect everywhere. Some corners it seems to be less. Why is that? It doesn't seem to like the corners. It doesn't seem to like this. Maybe because of the gate. That would make sense. I don't know. At least most of them, they seem to have the effects. All right. Maybe once we fill this in, this might also help. The ones around the edges. There we go. Nice glass ceiling. I was gonna say, do we want an exit? But we kind of... Well, the exit isn't really useful. But we'll probably add a doorway in here. So that we don't have to play with the effectiveness too much. There we go. All right, so we have more greenhouse. You know, we can have a bunch of crop plots. Do we want to have all of it? Probably not. Let's also leave a little bit of space for, like, well, in my case, I would probably plunk down JVH there. Don't know if we'll use it. Compost bin. What else do we use? Like a little toilet. Just right here in your glass box. So yeah, this one can go in here because that already makes it look, of course, like we're doing some gardening here. And then I'm gonna have this one to make a little corner out of that. Then we'll have compost bin there. And I guess we'll have a toilet right here in the corner as well. You know, why not? And then over here, I think, well, we probably want to have access to water. If we somehow figure out how to get the water here, we would probably want a vault and maybe a fridge. Right. So maybe we have a fridge over there, maybe 2 fridges. Why not? There we go, and then some vaults. Lovely. I don't know why we only decorated this place. And then, you know, this guy's gonna be here.
Hard labor, is it?
There we go.
Good to me.
We'll place another one down here. See. Bring some life to the place.
Hard labor, is it?
So we got our survivor maids ready. We got all the little things. Yeah. Little glass. We probably want to add a few more pillars or beams. Just to kind of break up some of these big glass walls, I would say. There we go. Just like that. And then maybe, yeah, some actual beams here to kind of divide this up. Well, I guess we might as well do the whole thing. But yeah, I feel like we would at least need that one. There we go. I think that kind of finishes the complex on the top, right? We have, we need to finish the A-frame. I totally forgot to finish this side. We only did the other side. There we go. You know, that's totally fine. It's done. Big hole in the roof. It's fine. There we go. But yeah, I feel like we shouldn't add too much more because, I mean, there's no way you would use it otherwise anyway. I think we'll already struggle to... Well, I guess we don't decorate everything. We just leave a lot of room for dino stuff and etc., right? There's definitely going to be a lot of breeding focus in this base, I would assume, because of the size of it. But this is definitely looking nice, I think. Especially if we start painting / skinning the place, you know, getting some colors in there. Because now it's very metal and concrete. But yeah, that is starting to look quite nice. Okay, so we have the entrance here. I feel like it makes a lot of sense that this is just a hallway to the side. So that's totally fine. Do we actually want to create some kind of hallway here? Maybe we do. And then this would be the entrance into the hallway. You can go that way. You can go that way. And then maybe we turn all these rooms actually into separate rooms. I feel like that could be a thing. Let's see. Where exactly are these walls? That could definitely work. So that would be the wall of the room. And then a lot of these inner walls are probably still going to be glass, but yeah, we at least want to kind of divide them up a little bit, I think. There we go. We'll just divide it up like this. So yeah, this would be the hallway in here. And then I'm not quite sure what the first little section of the build would be suited for. I mean, maybe that would be just more of your like storage. Would that make sense? Maybe not. I feel like the storage, you would want to make sure it's quite easily accessible by flyer and your gathering teams. And I don't think the entrance here is. Right? I mean, it's still pretty big room. This could definitely just be your base. But no, it's just one room. So then this is where the hallway starts. And then I think I want these rooms to be like this big. There we go. So yeah, this I think these are going to be different breeding section. So that's going to be for a creature. This is going to be for a specific creature, and this one. So it's going to be like dedicated breeding bays for different creatures. Is there a hole in there? There is. Which I think is a nice touch, right? And it's one of the more sensible things we can do to divide this all up into different rooms and actually utilize them. So yeah, this would be a creature, this would be one, this would be one. And I kind of feel like we could have a bigger one maybe here. So, for example, oh, can't be that big because that's interfering with whatever is above. There we go. Yeah, so far this is lining up quite nicely. I don't know if we want actual big gates in here. I guess we do if it's for tames, right? There we go. So we have different like little labs for different creatures, which could be good. There we go. So yeah, this is 3 for like not too big, probably like maybe direwolf or pyromane could fit in here probably, because you can have a few in there without, you know, instantly running out of space. Basically, that is kind of the gist of things. And then this one is slightly bigger, but yeah, this would all be creatures that at least fit through the dino gate, I would say. There we go. But yeah, I like the idea of making a lot of this into like breeding lab, because I mean that gives us a purpose to design around, which is just very nice already. Probably wanna have proper metal there. There we go, and then we'll have a pillar to end that wall, and that gives us a nice little section. And there we go, this is it, the entire room. As you can see, now I've added the skins to it. It looks a lot cooler. I went for the modern villa mansion vibe, just to be a little bit different than the other room that we did. But of course, you're free to skin this in whatever way you want, or use different materials with the vanilla structures. You can go a lot of different ways with this one. But yeah, this definitely turned out to be a giant base. We have some kind of aviary, or in this case owlery, up here with a bunch of owls and an easy way to fly in here on the side as well. You've got plenty of space here on the roof to park flyers, as shown by the wyvern. We have a greenhouse up here, big hallways with lots of space. Like, you're not really gonna run out of space in this base, I don't think. And as you can see, of course, this part of the roof can also be used for your flyers. Then we got the owls in there. We can go to this layer where we have the main storage and crafting room, which is quite big too. Yeah, as you can see, we got everything we need to make things work. And yeah, you have so much space. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Big hallways everywhere. We got some little kitchen areas to make some kibble perhaps. That's also some UTs here. Bigger kitchen for your own food too. Little places to enjoy it. You know, you got to do something with something this big. You got a big inner courtyard as well, so you can get some flies down to the lower levels. Got the bio grinder here with sheep ready to go in there. Then we got the little tribe bedroom with a bunch of sleeping pods, some personal cryo fridges, and some personal storage. Probably want to make it a little bit more cozy in here, but as I said, like, this build was so big, I kind of had to move on from it, because I think the best way to decorate bases is actually starting to use it. And since I'm not really doing any big breeding projects, I don't really have a use for this base. But yeah, just to show you how big it is, I tried to place a bunch of dinos in different spots to kind of simulate what it would look like if you're actually actively breeding in here. So yeah, we got some Rexes in there. We got a little empty bay here, another one, and then we have the Pyro main breeding room, even though I think there's two males in here. So I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna work. And then, as I said, we have the inner courtyard here with the wyvern to show you. Yeah, you can easily park your flies here, and then you can also look down to the basement layer. But yeah, there's so much space in here. And then here we have another breeding bay right there. And then actually here we have a big breeding lab. And as you can see, this is where we've got Dreadnoughtus. Not one, but two, settled up and ready to go. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit crowded now, but they definitely do fit. They do fit inside, so it is technically possible. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could do it, I suppose. They're very big, but yeah, this base is big too. And then here, this was kind of, since this is kind of the laboratory level, the breeding level, this is kind of like the cryo storage, so you can kind of separate each creature with a separate cryo fridge. So yeah, plenty of space. And then we even have a terminal on that side too. Yeah, it's big. It's a big base here. And then here in the basement, of course, we've got some more room for dinos. So just to kind of showcase you, yeah, you can easily fit in even the bigger creatures like the gigas here. Easily fit them. You have room for your garage. It's a big one. It's very, very, very big. So yeah, if you want to, you can definitely utilize the space. And of course, there's ways to save on structures. For example, I've now built in the entire basement with actually also foundations. But of course, what you could do is just have the staircase coming down and then only have gates on the end, and then save structures that way. And you don't have to build as much on the top as I did. I kind of did like these windows that I kept in, so that you still get a glimpse of everything above, or if you're above, everything below. Kind of feels like it makes it a little bit more connected, right? But yeah, anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in the next video or stream. Goodbye.